No doubt those getting ready to travel to Europe on spring break have to be concerned about the terrorist attacks in Europe.
The celebration continues for the Dunbar High School Bulldogs after winning their first state championship.
You may soon be able to say goodbye to using your card at the ATM.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good evening. There are reports tonight a Lexington woman and her husband missing after the terrorist attacks in Brussels, Belgium have been found alive.
Justin and Stephanie Schultz were at the Brussels airport when 2 bombs went off yesterday morning. They had not been heard from since. Then late this afternoon, Justin's brother put a message on Twitter saying the State Department told the family the couple had been found. Justin's brother said they did not know the extent of their injuries. We'll have much more on the Schultz ahead on WKYT News at 6.
The deadly attacks in Brussels have many people, many Americans, concerned about traveling overseas.
In Lincoln County, the high school has a trip planned through an educational group to France and England. WKYT's Phil Pendleton talked to school leaders and students about the trip and how the attacks in Belgium could impact their plans.
Several dozen students here at Lincoln County High School have been planning to visit Europe for more than a year. Many of them have spent several $1,000s in prepayments to get ready for this trip. But what happened in Brussels yesterday has some rethinking those plans. The group is planning to leave next month for Paris, then Normandy and London. Superintendent Karen Hatter says they are taking the situation very seriously and are trying to broaden options for travelers within the tour company. Isabella Walker is a junior at Lincoln County High School. She and her mother are among about 90 scheduled to go on the trip. They were troubled by the terrorism that they know happened within several hours of where their foreign trip will start.
I was a little scared, hesitant to leave. Wasn't for sure if we were going to be safe there or not.
The State Department has issued this travel alert for Europe through June 20th in the wake of the terrorist attacks.
I realized that, going over to Europe and risking getting caught in a terrorist attack is no different than going to New York here in the States or just going to the mall simply.
And the Lincoln County Schools superintendent tells me that she is meeting with the 2 foreign language teachers who were helping to organize this trip this afternoon, and they say they may make new plans based on what they decide at that meeting. In Lincoln County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The trip is sponsored by EF Tours. Some parents tell us they're concerned the company doesn't offer full refunds for those who don't want to go on the trip. Instead, they get travel vouchers that don't pay for another trip in full.
If you're flying out of Bluegrass Airport anytime soon, you will likely see a larger police presence. In response to the terrorist attacks in Brussels, a spokesperson with the airport says they have increased patrols in the terminal and around airport property. Lexington police are helping support airport police with the increased enforcement. The airport says passengers will not be delayed because of the extra security.
Well, the calm weather we've had this week is about to get a little bumpy in the next few days.
Maybe some storms on the way. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has more on that and our early look at the forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. About this time tomorrow, we will indeed, on your Defender Radar Network, be tracking lines of showers and thunderstorms across the area. All the more reason to get outside and soak up what is going on out there now. Beautiful skies across the entire area now. Even those of us who were socked into the clouds early in the day, full sun Lexington, getting close to full sun Frankfort, low 70s Corbin and Jackson, where the sun has been out for the better part of the day. And that Lexington Skycam looking better and better. 67 out at the airport, up to 68 now on the east side of town, where we've had a little more in the way of some sunshine. Notice how the clouds are thinning out very, very quickly across parts of northern Kentucky. Only 60 into Covington. That number is going to jump by 4 or 5 degrees over the next hour. 73 into Floyd County, far southeastern Kentucky. There's a blizzard going on around the Denver area. That's when you know you've got a potent storm system. Severe weather is going to break out ahead of that into parts of the Mississippi Valley. That is the weather maker that rolls into town tomorrow with the possibility for some strong thunderstorms. We will track that strong and local severe weather threat when I come back in less than 10 minutes.
Red flag warnings have been issued for the past 2 days because of gusty winds and dry conditions. Forest fires were so bad in Perry County yesterday, Letcher County forest rangers were called in to help.
The Weather Service does issue red flag warnings and fire days, so anytime that you see any fire day on the Weather Channel, try not to burn anything.
Fire crews say most of the fires are arson or debris fires that have grown out of control. U.S. Marshals arrested a man in connection to a Lexington murder. Police arrested 21-year-old Devontae Hobbs last night in Detroit, Michigan. Hobbs is accused of shooting and killing 23-year-old Timothy Brown Jr. on January 12th at the McDonald's parking lot on Russell Cave Road. Right now, he's being held in a Michigan jail, but he will be extradited to Lexington, where he will face charges of murder and robbery.
A man was found guilty today for defrauding the federal government out of thousands of dollars worth of benefits. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Warren County. Gary Thompson, known as the bogus beggar, admitted that between August of 2009 and April of 2013, he pretended to be mentally disabled in order to receive more than $24,000 in federal benefits and more than $81,000 in Medicaid. Thompson will be sentenced on June 28th. Federal prosecutors recommended a 27-month sentence. Thompson has been charged in several Kentucky cities, including Lexington, for scamming people out of money. In Anderson County, a man is in jail after police say he threatened to kill 2 officers following a DUI arrest. According to the Anderson News, Aaron Cummings allegedly ran off the road while driving on Alton Station Road and caused property damage. He then walked across the road and threw rocks at the windows of a nearby home. When he was arrested, Cummings fell and hit his head on the blacktop before threatening to kill the responding officers. And Cummings pled not guilty. He's due back in court at the end of the month.
The Dunbar Bulldogs have gotten a lot of support throughout the season, and after winning their first championship game in the school's history, it seems like the entire city of Lexington is cheering them on. Sabira Rayford has more in a story that's new at 5:30.
The Dunbar boys basketball team definitely has something to cheer about. For the first time in their school's history, they won the boys' Sweet 16 championship, and the students at Dunbar won't let them forget it.
The school spirit is insanely high, and that's just amazing to be a part of.
We feel like a big family. Yeah. It's just, everyone's so happy, and it's awesome.
This sign right here behind me has been up since Monday, and it shows that support is not in short supply here at Dunbar. But this isn't the only school going crazy for the Bulldogs today.
I think it was very inspiring to me because I got to see them in person and high-five them, and I hope maybe one day that I can play for them.
The school surprised the champions with the limo bus, and the team got to ride around in style while showing off their championship to neighboring middle schools. One basketball player at Beaumont Middle says after seeing today's celebration, he is determined to play in Rupp one day.
It makes me feel like I want to be the best that I can and show everyone that I can be that good.
The celebration made its way back to Dunbar, and Mayor Jim Gray had one last surprise for the team.
I declare March 2016, that's the whole month of March, as Dunbar State Champions Month in Lexington.
In Lexington, Sabira Rayford, WKYT.
Former players from the school's first basketball team also showed up to show support for the team.
Smartphones are becoming more integrated into our everyday lives. Now, some banks will soon allow the smartphone to replace our ATM cards. This may look like every other ATM, but with this one, customers can use their phone and leave their debit card at home.
No fumbling to get your wallet out of your purse or trying to find your debit card.
Bank of America's Michelle Moore says the ATMs are equipped with an NFC reader that senses an ATM card stored in your smartphone.
We're literally going to hold the phone over the reader. You can see that it has worked.
There's a check mark.
I'm going to enter in my PIN, just like you would with your debit card. I'm going to withdraw cash, $20, from my checking account, and we are all done.
And that's that.
Here comes the money.
Other banks, including Chase and Wells Fargo, plan to introduce cardless ATMs this year.
It's only natural.
Greg McBride of Bankrate.com believes the plastic card will eventually go by the wayside.
So you're going to increasingly see phones playing a bigger role in terms of routine transactions.
Experts say the phone is safer than a plastic card because a thief would need to unlock a stolen phone and also know the victim's PIN number. The phone could also solve the problem of skimming, where criminals rig an ATM slot with a tiny reader that can steal card information.
With all new technologies, it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you're used to it, you realize how easy it is.
A handful of ATMs have the technology right now, but Bank of America plans to have it in 3,000 machines by the end of the year.
And customers will still be able to use their plastic card in the new ATMs.
Lawmakers in Frankfurt advance a bill over state marriage licenses. That's next on WKYT.
I'm Bill Bryant. Senator Mitch McConnell says the U.S. needs to be more assertive in trying to stop terrorism. Jeb Bush endorses a candidate for president. And a vote will change things in one county. The bottom line is ahead.
And ahead on WKYT News at 6, investigators release new details about that deadly fire at a Winchester apartment building.
For all your hearth and grill needs, shop barnhillchimney.com.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfurt, where today you can lease a brand new 2016 Honda CR-V for just $259 a month. Plus, we're going to back all our deals with our 110% price protection guarantee. That's Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfurt. Huffman has it.
Did your family set a goal to become healthier in the new year? One family did and lost 300 pounds at Ageless. Bruce lost 92 pounds, Adam lost 64 pounds, and Catherine lost 151 pounds. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for a free consultation.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Who invented the Reuben? Putting sauerkraut, marble rye, and corned beef together? That's cray-cray. Then again, somebody had to eat eggs for the first time. Arby's, we have the meats.
What truck company do you think offers best-in-class V8 fuel economy, best-in-class V8 horsepower, and best-in-class V8 towing?
Chevy.
I'm going with Ram.
Definitely Ford.
The new 2016 Chevy Silverado offers best-in-class V8 fuel economy, horsepower, and towing.
They're all Chevy.
It's Truck Month. Get a total value of $7,500 on this Silverado All-Star with a 5.3-liter V8. Plus, find your tag and get $1,000 cash allowance on select Silverado models in stock. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
Think for a moment. You don't think twice about having your eyes tested, but what about your hearing? Hi, I'm Marcia Mattingly. At Beltone, we've helped thousands of people lead richer, fuller lives by showing them that they can hear the way they should. At Beltone, a free hearing test can determine if you need hearing help. Call now. You have everything to gain. 50 years and 3 generations serving the tri-state with the most trusted name in hearing aids, Beltone.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfurt, where today you can lease a brand new 2016 Honda CR-V for just $259 a month. Plus, we're going to back all our deals with our 110% price protection guarantee. That's Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfurt. Huffman has it.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Yesterday, voters gave wins to not only frontrunners Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, but to their closest rivals.
And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the U.S. should be more assertive in the fight against terrorism. Bill Bryant has today's bottom line.
Good evening. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says terrorism leaves the world unsettled, and he hopes the next president will do more to address threats. Appearing for a taping today of Kentucky Newsmakers here at WKYT, McConnell says the United States should lead an effort and engage more countries in stopping the circumstances that breed terrorism.
These horrendous events are the scourge of our modern time, and passivity clearly is not going to have an impact. We have to be more assertive. And I don't want to suggest that that necessarily prevents these deranged people from being recruited into this bizarre cause through some kind of internet site. But at least if you take the heart out, you've got a chance to maybe begin to get it on the decline. Yeah.
McConnell had little to say about the presidential race, except that he has urged frontrunner Donald Trump to try to calm down the emotion at his rallies. The full interview with McConnell runs on this weekend's edition of Kentucky Newsmakers. Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton came away with a win in Arizona in the primary there and moved closer to her party's nomination. Bernie Sanders won the caucuses, though, in Utah and Idaho. On the Republican side, Trump won Arizona. Ted Cruz took the Utah caucus, and all of the 40 delegates up for grabs there. By the way, Jeb Bush endorsed Cruz today, calling him principled and a consistent conservative. Some of the candidates for Congress in central Kentucky will debate next month ahead of the May 17th primary. The League of Women Voters says Republican incumbent Andy Barr was not available, so there will be no GOP forum, even though Roger Brill was willing to debate. Democratic candidates Nancy Jo Kemper and Jeff Young will face off Sunday afternoon, April 3rd at the Lexington Public Library, 2 o'clock that afternoon. Adair County voted itself wet yesterday and approved countywide alcohol sales. About 55% of the voters decided alcohol should be sold in the county in the future. Bill Bryant, WKYT.
A Kentucky House committee today advancing a bill to create a single marriage license form that would cater to both gay and straight couples. The proposal drew bipartisan support. It's backed by Republican Governor Matt Bevin. The bill would create one form whereby a person could check bride, groom, or spouse. The measure is in stark contrast to a version passed by the GOP-led Senate, which would create separate forms for gay and straight couples.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
The day starting with a lot of clouds across the region. Those clouds, though, getting out of town quickly this afternoon. So most of our sky cams across the Bluegrass states are seeing some sunshine. I say most. Look toward E-Town and the Louisville area with a little cloud cover. Florence, we got some clouds hanging tough. Blue skies, Lexington. This is what southeastern Kentucky has been dealing with the entire day. Corbin, over to Jackson, Jenkins, Moorhead, you're finally breaking out into some sun. Numbers are increasing from south to north. So 60, the cool spot right now into Covington. Maysville, we just jumped 4 degrees with a little sunshine breaking out. 70s across southern and southeastern Kentucky. 67 right now into Lexington, capital city at 66. And that big gust of wind coming at us from the south is pushing those clouds onto the north of the Ohio River. Storm system that is on top of the Midwest right now is a doozy. It has a blizzard on the backside of it, and over the next couple of hours, we're going to fill in this entire region with severe thunderstorms from parts of Iowa, southeastern Nebraska, all the way into the deep south with the possibility of severe weather. Now, that's the same system that will impact our weather into the second half of our Thursday. So your 3-day threat track tomorrow with storms developing. Some of those could be on the strong side, especially afternoon and early evening. Then we go into Friday and Saturday. Hello, Easter weekend. Your Friday forecast. Not the best Friday. Morning flakes around. It's a cold day. We may not get out of the 40s in a few spots Friday afternoon. Saturday's going to try to make up for it. Windy. We hit the 60s with some sunshine that will break out. Now, that severe weather threat for the day tomorrow has the best chance for severe weather for areas to the southwest of the Lexington Metro. This includes Pulaski County, over toward Wayne County, Lake Cumberland, toward the Bowling Green and Campbellsville area, E-Town in that as well. Anyone technically is fair game, though, for a strong thunderstorm and certainly some high winds. Hour-by-hour forecast will concentrate on Lexington this go-around. 11 this evening, 58 degrees. How about first thing tomorrow morning? It's still in the 50s. That's when you know you've got another warm day that will likely fuel some thunderstorms. If you can get enough sunshine tomorrow, central and eastern Kentucky, 70 is a good possibility. Then those storms begin to crash the party. Winds that will reach 40 miles an hour at times tomorrow afternoon. The actual front doesn't arrive until we go into Thursday evening, wee hours of Friday morning. And then Friday, I mentioned it's a chilly day. We're stuck into the 40s in a lot of cases Friday afternoon as the clouds slowly begin to thin out a little bit. That takes us in to the upcoming holiday weekend when things do look a whole lot better, even better than what we were talking about last night. I've increased the amount of sunshine for Saturday and Easter Sunday. That system is still coming our way. We're pushing the arrival of the rains back until Sunday evening into Sunday night. Now, that's a forecast that is still a few hours either way of crashing a party, an Easter egg hunt, or just giving us full sunshine. You get full sunshine, you're going to hit 70 degrees on Easter Sunday. I think if most folks could draw up a perfect Easter Sunday, it would be 70 with some sunshine. What do you say? 70, sunshine, Easter? Yeah. Perfect? That's how it looks as of right now.
We can just get through tomorrow. The forecast looks really good.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, a little bumpy around here, but you get into the weekend, looking good.
Thank you, Chris.
As we get a live look at Lexington rush hour traffic, check out a couple of collisions. There's one on Manowar at East Hills. They have opened one lane there now, so traffic is still slow, but at least it's moving between Richmond and Alumni. There's also a collision at Richmond and the Circle. That's a non-injury crash, and that one outbound Leestown Road just past the Circle as well. Drive times this afternoon, if you're avoiding those accident areas, it's going to be okay. Across the Clays Ferry Bridge, normal traffic flow, same into Nicholasville. Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Don. They came so close. A heartbreaker last night in the NAIA tournament, Rob.
Well, it was. The Georgetown Tigers looked like they had the championship won, but it was not quite over. And the UK women's team can win its way to the Final Four by winning in Rupp. Janae Thompson and Matthew Mitchell talk about it next in sports.
Don't miss the most powerful episode of the season.
He's walking into a trap.
Baby girl. Criminal Minds. Then, when Americans go missing abroad, this team will rescue them.
They were having the time of their lives in Mumbai until 24 hours ago when they fell off the grid. We need to hit the ground running.
It's the new hit drama after Criminal Minds.
If another American dies, I won't be alone.
Criminal Minds Beyond Borders after Criminal Minds. New CBS tonight.
Right now at Papa John's, get one of our best deals ever. For just $9.99, you can get any large pizza with up to 5 toppings. Pile on your favorites with up to 5 toppings for just $9.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Sleep Outfitters is proud to premiere the coolest bed in America, the new Tempur-Breeze, and you can try it here first. The redesigned Tempur-Breeze combines 3 innovative cooling technologies to help you get to sleep faster and sleep better and cooler all night long. And with 0% APR financing for 6 years, the new Tempur-Breeze is cool and affordable. The new Tempur-Breeze, it's the next generation cool, and you can try it first at Sleep Outfitters.
I love grocery shopping at Kroger, but sometimes life gets busy.
So I use ClickList. It's easy. I just order online. And with thousands of great items and fresh food to choose from,
I can get what I want the way I want it, then pick up my order at the store without ever leaving my car.
And for me, that's a game changer.
Order online, pick up curbside at store. We think you're gonna love ClickList. Try it now at Kroger.com/ClickList.
We hid cameras in 2 different cars, the Chevy Equinox with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi and the Ford Escape without.
Chocolate chip, chocolate chip.
Keep your legs down. Tina, put your leg down, please.
Chevrolet is the first and only car company to bring built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi to cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Equinox for around $169 a month. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Mark Krish of Coit Cleaning and Restoration. Almost 50 years ago, we pioneered the drapery and carpet cleaning business. With our certified technicians, innovative cleaning methods, and your satisfaction guaranteed in writing, Coit continues to deliver exceptional customer service. For a limited time, choose from any of our cleaning services and save up to 35% off. That's right, 35% off. Is it any wonder why so many homes in the Lexington area have one thing in common, a Coit van in the driveway? Call 1-800-4COIT today.
If you've been denied VA benefits, visit forthepeople.com or call 1-800-MORGAN-LAW so we can help you with your appeal. Morgan & Morgan, for our veterans.
Right now at Papa John's, get one of our best deals ever. For just $9.99, you can get any large pizza with up to 5 toppings. Pile on your favorites with up to 5 toppings for just $9.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT.
Last night out in Kansas City, the Georgetown Tigers were making their 6th appearance in the NAIA national title game. The Tigers, the 2013 national champions. Things were going great early on. Georgetown starting the game off with 5 threes and building an 11-point lead. Mid-America sent the game into overtime, 10 seconds left. Scott County product Trent Gilbert nailing his only 3 of the night. Tigers went up 199-98, but after a timeout, Malcolm Mann raced the ball up the floor and he knocks down the off-balance jumper. Georgetown falling in a heartbreaker, 100-99. The number 1 ranked Tigers finishing the season at 32-4.
I don't know. I just saw Trent catch it in the corner, and I knew he was open, and I knew he, he's shot that shot 1,000,000 times, and I knew when he caught it and put it up, it was going to go in. So, we celebrated a little too heavy right there. I tried to get our guys back in the huddle and get them focused because they had time to get down the court. That's what they did.
The UK women do not have to travel far for their next postseason game. They will face Washington at Rupp Arena Friday night in the NCAA tournament. The Wildcats won the first and second round games this past weekend at Memorial Coliseum to advance to their 4th Sweet 16 in the last 5 years. After bowing out last year in the second round, the Cats are excited about playing on and playing in Rupp.
Being here last year, that hurt, losing in the second round, and I think just knowing that it could happen kind of helped us play with a sense of urgency, and now we're happy. It does give us a little bit of a sense of relief, and we can just go out there and play hard in this next round.
I think our team's getting better, and I think we're improving, and these kids are still excited to play. So it's a real blessing to be involved with a group of young people like this right now, because they are fun to coach, and we're having some fun right now.
So it'll be the Cats and the Huskies Friday night, 7 o'clock in Rupp Arena in the Women's Sweet 16. You can catch all the action if you're not going on ESPN2. Plenty of good tickets are available. In the next half hour, Cal announces which players are declaring for the draft, and it's a bunch. Stay with us. We'll continue after the break.